Mike. Yeah, baby, that's right. We're back to talk Mike. I haven't talked Mike on anything, have I? Mike. It's Mike. Mike. Say that forever. Greg Gillespie, a creator who is interesting to say the least. Tanya, I get that being a movie. You know, I get Pam and Tommy. I think there was some stuff in there to explore. Did I like how they explored it? No. So when you want to base your career on working on controversial figures, I'm like, okay, go ahead. Why not try to do a Mike Tyson biopic? You know, you've had a great track record so far of having the people you are basing these things on supporting what you are doing, because Pamela Anderson has never said she hated the idea of explaining herself even more. Tanya Harding, who gives a shit. Tommy Lee, who gives a shit. Mike Tyson, a guy notorious for not giving a shit, said this is probably not the best depiction of him. And you're like, okay, what are we supposed to do then? We can't keep letting him get away with this. We can't keep making these. I'm sorry. I'm done. I think Ryan Murphy is the one that ruined this format where it's like, hey, if we take a real life story, extend it out into 8 episodes, you get great television. I don't think we can do this anymore because it sucks. This is the story of Mike Tyson. Watch as this young man who is problematic grows up to become the heavyweight champion. Fuck this. I was so tired. Like here's my actual thought process as the show went on. The first episode, I'm like, okay, I kind of like this idea. Trevante's doing a pretty good job at doing the voice of Mike, and he's doing he's doing a stand-up set essentially where he's talking to an audience like, this is my life, this is how I got to be. And then I'm like, okay, so you're kind of playing with it, kind of Bronson-esque, where he's talking to the audience, which is us, the surrogate audience, and we're seeing how he's reacting to things. And then it's just so annoying where it's here is the start to where he ends up. And it's fuck, who cares? And it doesn't do anything creative after that. And it's the thing that I'm so sick of. And I really need to make this clear to some people because maybe some people won't understand it. There's 2 ways to do breaking the fourth wall in a biopic. You either play into the joke or you don't fucking do it. Because the moment you do the fourth wall break, you are suddenly telling us this is all okay, and we are only seeing it from one perspective. When you are giving us Mike Tyson, the character breaking the fourth wall to tell us about the events he is taking place in, you're not being impartial, you are being partial to Mike Tyson. Suddenly, we are seeing the world through his lens, and that does not make it a naturalistic thing. And maybe that's the intent. That's not the intention, right? Maybe the intention is we're seeing how Mike perceived the actions he did. Well, they're not good actions, Mike. I don't care how you spin it. You are not a guy who anybody should revere in terms of how you've treated women or handled your success. You seem like a loose cannon who has some issues going on. And could that make compelling television? Sure. Does it make for a compelling 8 episodes where we extend certain moments of your life? No, it doesn't. Because it is long, it is lingering, and it is boring. And that is, I think, the most egregious part. When you are talking about the heavyweight champion of the world and you are giving us the most boring, stereotypical, troped up bullshit biopic stuff, that is a problem. Now, if you were to focus on one individual moment of this guy's life, I could definitely get behind that. So let's kind of get into that a little bit here. There is one episode that I'm like, I cannot believe you fucking did this. Why did you even think you should try? Let's not forget that Mike Tyson raped somebody. Okay, I know it's a hot topic. He did it. I think it's pretty obvious. The show just makes it a moment in his life, and then it's next episode, boom, back in the gym, hitting it up in the jail cell, getting strong, buff, ready to come back a monster. And it's we're supposed to root for Mike after this. It's that is a key moment where you lose your audience. And if you don't lose your audience, it's because you have people I don't want to make this some politic thing, but it's because you have people like Joe Rogan talking about the success of Mike Tyson in a positive light as opposed to preaching about the things he did that were wrong. And then that audience is going to come to the show yeah, fuck, look at this guy so tough and badass. I'm you can't have it both ways. You cannot do an entire episode dedicated to Robin Givens and everything that happened with her, and then suddenly you come back and do that shit. You cannot do it. You can't do it. I'm sorry. It's not working, and you lose your audience in that. The acting is mixed. Trevante Rhodes is doing a pretty good job. He got the voice down better than the younger kid that was playing him, and the physicality is there. I think the problem is he does like the same note a little too much, where there's no difference in the pitch or like the way the sentence ends. It's very much like the same beat. So if I talk like this all the time, and that's the only way I talked like, and that is how Mike Tyson talks in his own way, that is all Trevante is doing. But he's getting some stuff right. It is shot beautifully in times. It is interesting in times. But ultimately, I don't think this is satisfying. It is just taking too many bland ideas and mix them together into nothing. And Harvey Keitel shows up. Like, why is Harvey Keitel here? Has the bar hit so low? Like, I can't imagine being Harvey Keitel and seeing the script like, yeah, I gotta get in there. I gotta be that guy. I gotta be cussing here, man. I gotta do it. Like, that is weird. And then I guess if you're a fan of, like, heavyweight boxing, there's something to say about, like, the action in it. But it's really making me tired of this shit. And it's something that Hulu has become kind of, like, known for. It's like, if we just do these, we'll get success. It's like, these are all turning out to be bad. Maybe we don't do them. Maybe we don't get, like, a known person who is controversial and try to make you sympathize with their actions because they had a tough childhood and everyone considered them dumb. Well, I don't like it. And it doesn't make for compelling television anymore. We are an audience that is outgrowing this. We don't have to put up with this bullshit anymore. If you were to do, and I don't want to, like, harp on this, but if you were to do a whole, like, movie just about, like, the allegations towards him, I don't think you have to do it, but that is just focusing on this man and not exploiting his entire life. And I think that's something you could do more compellingly than this. As it stands, direction, mediocre. Acting, mediocre. The entire existence of this show is mediocre, and it hasn't earned its right to be alive. Mike Tyson doesn't like it, so why does it exist? Why do we do these things in these contempt? It wants to be neutral, but it's not, because when your character talks to us directly like, that's just how things were, and I don't know why I tried to do the voice there, but it's not working. You shouldn't do that, because it's not well. And I think Trevante is a fine actor. I hope he gets to do more. Better than the guy playing Don King, because that was rough, and it's annoying. So I don't want to do any more of these. Can we please stop making these? Please. We can move on with our lives. Thank you. So Mike, I'm going to give a 3 out of 10. Now, thank you guys for watching this review. Be sure to like and subscribe to the channel. As always, you can check me out on Instagram, TikTok, and Twitter. And as always, I will catch you in the next one. Have fun. Stay safe. Good luck.